Okay, so this might not be everyone's cup of tea, all right? These sort of things. That one's just booting up now. But basically, these are the old school 500s as they were. So, for example, if I go into service, so at the back of these machines, slip it. I had to press the test switch. So the back of these machines would be the RNG. So the RNG would always be in a box like that. You have to excuse the dust. And it would have to be separate from the machine. And what that would do, that would actually be a random number generator and then plugged in to the bottom of the PC there. And the machine would have no control over it. It would randomly call numbers. Now I've shown a little video of this before. Same applies for this one, same applies for that one. A little bit of a ripple on that monitor, so I've got to change a couple of caps on that. But basically that's how these games used to work. So it did matter when you press start to what serial number you would be assigned to. So I'm going to show you basically how the games, they were quite fancy, they were quite upmarket back then, because just the little animations and stuff compared to what you'd get now on a T7 or later games, even Equinoxes, you don't get sweet little things like this, you know, where you just literally hit the speaker and you'd...
Left channel.
Anyone remember that machine?
Right channel.
Great machine that. So, do you know what that is? Basically, the RNG would always work independently to the machine. So, to show you what the difference is, I mean, everyone knows what Monty Python is. This has a top box. So, originally, it would have had progressives. So, for example, let me show you. So the real bands as well were quite interesting because, of course, it was a random game. Now, there's 3 Holy Grails. Okay, more Holy Grails. There's quite a few placed on the reels, and the rabbits, of course, being wild. It says 3, more, 3, 2. So the algorithms of it were quite good. So if I take one of them in, you would then win one of the progressive pots. Okay. So they replaced this with the Black Knights. Okay. And then of course you'd then simply touch to try and reveal the progressive. There you go. Typically I get 3 bronze, very rare to do that, but there we go. So, this game here, same thing. I can put it into the RNG test. This one has got a 7-seg fault on the top at the moment, so I don't actually think I've got the 7 segs working. Don't know if I've even got the game working yet. No, it's going to data port the progressive disabled. Okay, so I need to go back into that. I knew I'd disable the progressive on that. So come back to that. That's why the progressive didn't show. But I'm showing you this as it happens and live. So, because the rocker doesn't work on this one. Obviously, it's not going to be everyone's cup of tea, this video. I respect that. Let's make sure that posts. So, what does posting mean? It's not a letter. That hasn't struck, so the BIOS battery must be flat in that. So I have to turn that back on there. It's easy to change that. You just go into the into F2 or F11, whatever it is on this, and then you literally just change the ACPI in advance, and then set to power on. This game here. So obviously we all know this game, Elvis. This was in Tunbridge for a very long time. Okay. Great little machine. So on this one, I think it's somewhere like here. Bear with me. There we go. So let's put the pots in here. But being the original, it really was pot luck and random when you were to get a win on these, because these like doing full screens of Elvis's, and the amount of ways to win on them were incredible. And these pots were replaced with Cadillacs. So a lot of people think Cadillacs came first, but it wasn't. It was always the pots. So I was wondering if there's one on that reel then. It's interesting to see the bands on it as well. The pots do come out a lot on this, and I can only speak from experience from when it was in Tunbridge. So of course you get the pots there, and then this one's just a big reel. It's a silver. So let me just go config. Oh god, it's been a while. Operator, aggressive. So here I would choose if it was networked together, and then all the pots would go up together. But I'm just going to go basically just going to as just a standard one. Exit. System must reboot. Okay, so we're going to come back to that one. But there is, I think, a 7-seg display fault on the top of that. That should post on its own. Yep, there it is. Anyway, these were amazing little games. So just without me manipulating, let's just show a little bit as they go. This is on £2, and obviously it's 94. When they went to B3, the stake went down to £1, and of course the percentage maximum on enhanced Rio was 92. We always run ours on 92, but that's as high as we could go, and it was still an acceptable percentage, but hard really when you've had the option to have it on 94. Weird things with these games as well. This one actually might be disabled because the times on it as well, it would only be available in certain times. So let me just see what the times were. Yes, the clock, obviously I've reset this, but I think if I was to close the doors on this, I don't think it's available during certain times. Don't know whether it says anywhere. Game options says nothing. But let's just never mind this. Let's put it into demo anyway. That's okay. So like I said, we've got a seg display fault, so we've got to take the top box apart, resolder that to whatever's needed. So here, I'm on 50p ago. If you notice how different the kings are on this as well, so it'd be somewhere around here. Where would it be? Okay. So everyone's seen pots on this game, of course, yeah. Loves full screens. I mean, look how many Rainbow Riches there are on the band. I am pressing that. Okay, so look. I need the pots tonight. Oops. Huge bands on these. This isn't really an interesting video for many, but look at me hitting that. Look how many strips of Rainbow Riches is on that. It's mental. But like I say, these are the originals, so always interesting to see. I'm not faking this. That's why they dropped so many jackpots. So that's terrible, obviously, the 7 segs. Slightly different font on the pots. Do you know, I'm so happy it's done that. And the only reason why I'm happy is because that gave a bronze, that gave a silver, and now that's given a gold. But phenomenal little games. Leps were leps on this. I mean, I remember playing this. and getting many 500s on just 3. So but it's just got a different vibe, different feel to it. Loves these big stacks of Rainbow Riches. It really does. Of course, this is in demo. It's up here, isn't it? Come on, Dave boy. There we go. Let's just put, why not, shall we? Hang on. Let's just put a strip in just for the fun. Actually, no, let's have a laps. Let's have a laps. 3 men laps? Yeah. Okay, let's get our 12 quid off of three laps. It's about standard, isn't it? Thank you. The growls like that as well. There is quite a few stack wilds and things like that. Hey, that'll do. So to get it to accept, I have to do that. Excuse the bulbs, I'm obviously nowhere near finished upstairs.
Off we go.
There'll be plenty of videos of these when people are playing. There you go, 12 quid special player. No? Standard. But they do look nice together, I think, anyway. Good little machines and quite eye-catchy as well, especially with the top boxes. But you can actually link them, like I say. So basically, if you watch a pot, if you just watch this here, it's on £2 stake. You can see how much each pot goes up to. So 4p for the gold, a couple of pence for the silver, and a couple of pence for the bronze. Now, if they're all linked up together, then obviously they'll all go up a lot quicker because whatever's paid in, so it'll be 4, 8, 12p every spin. And that's a lot of spins. But the gameplay on these sort of games is just, I'm not saying that the newer ones are restricted. These just are very, very loose and fancy free. Now there is one more to go with these, which is Maximilian, but we have the casino cabinets, top boxes, everything. We don't actually have the hard drive, sadly for it. And the same with Lucky Strike. We don't actually have the hard drive for those either, and Grand Casino, but we do have Max. So this, and this. Obviously, these are the originals. I mean, well, I suppose we're the original classic amusements, so I guess it's fitting that we've got them. But I don't know. Interested to know your thoughts. Like I say, not everyone's bag. I'm a bit annoyed about that. But then, to be fair, I've got to go in anyway for that one bowl because that would just do my head in. Because we've done all the others. So that one bowl will annoy me, so it's got to be done. But there you go. Not much of a video, I know. But it's just nice to see the originals as they once were. And to see them again in 2024 is very, very nice, I guess.